We don't give a fuck, give a fuck, give a fuck, fuck. We don't give a fuck.
Wow. So let's just wait and see who we get in the stream. If you're here, and just say hi. Let me know you're here. I got something special planned for today. I had a much requested, a lot of comments lately, a lot of questions on layout, and that's a tough one to teach off site. So I've been trying my best to show everybody how it actually works, the building actually works, starting with the piling and how the piles can. And you guys can hear me loud and clear. And I think I figured out what was wrong with the music last weekend, so hopefully the music is at a good level. I'm going to check in on that real quick. Oh yeah, you can't even hear the music. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Okay, so you can't even hear the music, so I'll just stop it, which is fine with me. We'll play it again. We'll play it a little bit later on if we hang out a little bit at the end of the stream or whatnot. But good stuff. So yeah, I got a whiteboard set up. It's like a classroom type thing. Okay, I have a whiteboard set up on over here on this side of the wall. So we'll get into it here in a minute. We'll just like I said, we'll just wait and see who shows up. And I know there's a couple guys I want to make sure are kind of here, but you guys can always watch on the replay as well. And please feel free to ask me any questions live here during the live stream, or in the comments if you're watching the replay. Ask anything you want. Ask anyone. I literally get back to everybody, or at least acknowledge like heart or like or whatever, you know. So just yeah, and anybody who ever asks a question, I try to get back to them as fast as I can. Usually within 24 hours, but sometimes I'll miss one or whatnot, and it'll be a while. So hey, man, what's up? For Joel 16, morning, buddy, morning. Good to see you, man. Welcome. So yeah, my NDI isn't working again, so I gotta figure out what's going on with that. It works. It just doesn't work on my main streaming system to like capture the signal. So yeah, I can't share my desktop with you guys today, but that's okay. That's not what we're here for. I'm scheduling for about 2 hours, and around 11 a.m. We'll go till. So yeah, layout, nice, buddy, just what I needed. Perfect. Let me toss that one up on the screen. Turn on. Why is that not working now? Not secure. We don't care. vMix Social. Come on, vMix Social. Come on, vMix Social. What's going on here? Maybe if I refresh it. Maybe. Oh, have I turned it on yet? Oh, hold on. I gotta turn it on. All right. All right, and then that should do it. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Right on. So Philip, for Joel 16 there. What kind of projects are you working on? Just so I can maybe talk about like specific layout. So what are the main things you do, and like how could I help you out understanding layout? What is it that you're stuck with? Please, yeah, just ask me. Let me know, and I'll make sure to cover whatever it is on when we get over to the whiteboard. We're just gonna wait a few more minutes and make sure. We'll just wait for a couple more people, and then we'll get going. Okay, so in the meantime, yeah, we'll just kind of shoot the crap. How's everyone going? Hey, good morning. Say bye, Jesus Christ. Nice, good to see you, man. Welcome. Good morning. Yeah, baby. So, Saved by Jesus Christ is the creator behind the T-bar square, guys. So this is a really handy tool for doing T-bar, for squaring your mains, or squaring your, for squaring it off, right? This is magnetic, it's plastic, it's lightweight, affordable price, and yeah, so if you guys are interested or do any T-bar, I suggest you get over to speedysquare.com and check out their website. If T-bar is something you do, you definitely want to check out this tool. So Yeah, I got it. It's magnetic. See, it just clips to the side of my box. So if you had a job box on site, it would clip to the inside. Perfect. Perfect, right? And how are you doing this morning, young man? So, yeah, lots of like, man, this new job we're on is crazy cool. We're hanging like I was saying, 50-foot long trusses, wood trusses on this. It's a building with the precast walls all the way around, and yeah, we're just building the roof. So it's crazy. I've never done anything like this before, and so it's like, yeah, right on. I really enjoy doing new things. So my goodness. You can show my video. Yeah, and I totally would, but my NDI is not working this morning, so I can't show any videos today. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why. It might start working on its own eventually, because that's kind of what happened last time. Is it just started working again? But I'll keep an eye on it. But that's some software, man. That's like my first stream here. That's why I was so late. Was trying to get the NDI working. I don't know what the heck's going on, but it's not being friendly. It's not playing nice. So I'm very upset about that. But we can link the video. Let me see here. Is that yours? That's not yours. Oh, no way. Somebody made another channel called Speedy Square. And they're outranking yours, I think. Shoot, we got to fix that. Nope, that's not it. Oh, no way. There's two sites. Oh, no. What the heck? But here's your video. Oh, because your channel name's not Speedy Square. Ah, okay, I see. Here, let me copy. Paste. Yeah, you guys can check that out later. Open another tab or something. But yeah, that's the square. You guys know the video I did even on it, so that's pretty cool. The one, that last one, you guys have seen it, the T-bar one I did. So, but yeah, pretty cool, dude. It's pretty cool. Yeah, a little messy in here. I got a lot of things I got to clean up. Perfect. Okay, good. Everything's working. Hey, all right, chicken door. Typical. Nice, man. Nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my camera towards the light board, to the whiteboard. It's just I'm gonna have to turn some lights on, just make a couple of adjustments, okay, until I get my I have to get a new capture card to get my so I can put two cameras in at the same time. So for now I'm just using the one camera. It's perfectly set up, so all I gotta do is turn it 90 degrees and it'll be on the whiteboard. I'm gonna switch my mic over to the other mic over there, and it just take me a couple minutes. So if you guys can just bear with me while I deal with the technical stuff, and we'll get into the layout. All right, and we got it. All right. So how's Jugadar today, man? So layout lines are already placed on the ground for bedroom, office, bathroom, or soffit. After placing bottom track and slip track, we lay out on center marking, but I still get confused. Ah, perfect. Okay, I got you. No problem. No problem. I got you. Okay, so let me let me just switch over. We'll get going, boys. Actually, I can play some music too while I fix this up.
I'm doing great now, just in case they ask. In the booth. grab my bag and hit the dash. Yeah, adios. I drop the clutch and slam the gas, and it's vamonos. If you're not first, then you're in last. Ricky Bobby quote, you gotta know. Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, please make my life more simple. Miles inside these shoes, so I don't stomp, I tiptoe. Fell 1,000 times and still I roll no limp though. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I have. I go hard, do what I need to make it last. They say the good die young, I hope I'm bad. They say the good die young, I hope I'm bad. Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, please make my life more simple. Miles inside these shoes, so I don't stomp, I tiptoe. Fell 1,000 times and still I roll no limp though. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I have. I go hard, do what I need to make it last. They say the good die young, I hope I'm bad. They say the good die young, I hope I'm bad.
Okay. All right. We got it sorted out. All right, man. Deep, man. What's up, buddy? Nice to see you, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. And Alexandra, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream. So this is the first time I've done the whiteboard thing. So let's bear with me if anything's kind of funky, and please let me know if you can't hear me or you can't see something, okay, or you don't understand something. Just please ask me, no problem, okay? Just comment or leave a chat, you know what I mean? So good to see everybody. Welcome, man. Welcome. Good to see you, man. Deep. So I want to go into some basics first, okay, to explain where layout comes from, and then I'll get into the like how we like the exterior kind of the objectives of framing the exterior, and then I'll talk about doing the walls like you were asking there, Philip, and show you how we do figure it out the drywall, okay? So it all starts like I'm saying with piles. First, I want to make sure everyone hear me. Check. Everyone hear me nice and loud. If not, I can turn my mic up. Okay, so let me know if you need me to turn my mic up. So a typical, just basic square box store or something. Okay, it could be a convenience store with say a bathroom, back room, or whatever. Okay, it's just a box. All right, very typical. We do tons of this stuff. The piles are going to be in the ground, like I'm saying, okay? And they'll be in the corner, middle, corner, middle, corner, middle, corner, middle. There'll be more piles, if you can imagine, under the slab, okay? Say like there'll be one here, at least, okay? And then there'll be a grade beam sort of thing. Boom, 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 okay? There'll be concrete all the way around. And then the slab. All right, something like that. Okay, it's very typical. The the piles go, like I was saying, they go underground, and then they get capped. Okay, and then this structural, like there's like a plate that'll be embedded in the concrete for the columns. Okay, the column will be attached. So, and then from the columns at the top, there'll be I-beams. Okay, like so. All right. Now, the objective of framing the... Yeah, okay. Hey, 4x4 Taco. Nice. I love the name, dude. Subtracting 5/8 is when layout says finish. Yeah. So it finished. So a lot of the times, like all the times, actually, really, the drawings are going to show everything. Okay. So they're going to show whether it's 1/2 inch drywall or 5/8 drywall. So you need to subtract that from your overall numbers for your steel, and you need to add it for when you're laying out your studs, if you know what I mean. But we'll get to that. All right, buddy, you made it. Nice, dude. Enrica, nice, man. Nice. Good to see you. Welcome. And yeah, I'm glad, your email there was like, finally, I'm like, yeah, I gotta do something. Okay, so before I get off beat here, we have our piles, and that's where we get our grid lines from. Okay, it's from the center of these, and the objective of the exterior wall is to have a nice, even finish on the exterior. So if the steel stud doesn't quite cover the entire area of the structural steel, like you see here, okay, you want to always force it to the outside of the steel, if you know what I mean, okay? You want it to be nice and flat on the outside, and you can always fix the inside, right? You can add a double wall, you do ferret, you do whatever, okay? The main objective is to get the outside perfect. So remember, for the roof, okay, there's always parapets, okay? So this is your roof here, Q deck, and then you'll have your parapet. So your parapet's at the top here, and then this is your wall, okay? You have to make sure the drywall will be nice and flat, okay? All the way up, all the way around. So when you're laying it out, check from corner to corner. Always check, just do a quick check. You set up your rotating laser, okay, somewhere over here with a 2-inch offset, okay, 2-inch offset. That way you can take the reader and just check the points, okay? You want to check the top and the far corner, okay? You want to make sure that the steel is gonna pass. You can go flush it as you want, or bring it out, but don't put the steel on the inside. So if you're drawing, say, a certain thing, just no matter what, just change your layout, your lines, so that everything works, okay? You don't have to build anything out. It has to work on the outside of the building, okay? Excuse me. So yeah, the parapets obviously are for the roof, okay? We have a roof up here, and there's always going to be like an I-beam or some kind of structural steel in there, and expansion joints, right? So the expansion joint will be at the slip track itself. And so what you need is you need to plan, okay? A lot of times what we do is we shoot angle in the iron, okay? We'll put angle in the iron. You can put it just at the top mostly. Sometimes they're big beams, we put it at the top, at the bottom too. And this always gets insulated, always, okay? That I-beam always gets insulated. So keep that in mind, all right? Insulate it. I don't know, hopefully you guys can see that. I'll just leave it up for a second. Okay. So, do you understand that? Hopefully you understand that. Exterior framing is so easy, guys. It's so easy. That's all you have to do. And make sure your level, your plumb, and in your steel, okay? It covers on the it'll cover, okay? So the dense glass, the exterior board, is going to be beautiful, okay? There's not going to be any structure sticking out, right? That's what you don't want that. So set your rotating laser up, 2-inch offset, and check your corners, okay? All the way around. When you go to do this wall, same thing. You're going to check, and adjust your layout in or out, so it works. Now, it might, just whatever you do, make sure it's not like too far, crooked. You keep adjusting, bringing it in, okay, until you got a nice even number. You check both ends, and usually it's going to be sticking out in places like in the middle a little bit or something. So that's when you just bring your line out. But you want to make sure you're snapping lines the same distance. So if you come off, say you're a 1/2 inch out on this side, okay, you want to be a 1/2 inch out on this side. and you snap your line, and hopefully you're 1/2 inch out from the middle as well, but you check. If you have to adjust and bring it out, make sure you bring it out the same number. So if you got to come out 3/4 on this end, come out 3/4 on the other, and so on and so on. Always come out the same on both ends, okay? And then when you're going this way, same thing, okay? If you got to bring your line out 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch or whatever, bring it out 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch on the other side. Just keep these two the same. All right, it doesn't matter what it is in the middle, because you want to snap your line and it's going to be straight, and then you'll be square all the way around. Okay, you're not gonna measure corner to quarter and check square. Okay, you're not gonna do that. Okay, you're gonna do what I just said and go the same distance from center of column out. Okay, to make sure that your steel is good in your board, you'll get coverage. Okay, no messing around. Simple. It's really easy, guys. You just have the you have to have the right gear. The rotating laser is awesome, and then after you get your line snapped, okay, you don't really need a rotator, even though they're the best. You can use pin lasers, okay, whatever. But yeah, I do love rotators. I gotta get me one, okay, because once I get one, I'm gonna show you guys how to use it and stuff like that. I don't even own one yet, so myself, but I'm gonna get one. So we've been talking about it already. So hey, Jason Reynolds, what's up, my guy? Excellent seeing you, brother. Good to see you, man. Haha, top shelf. How are you? Okay, so that's really quick, simple, easy, dirty. I mean, we talked about we're gonna fit the walls inside in between columns, and then you're gonna come in 8 inches or 6 inches or whatever your thickness is for the wall. Just snap your lines. I always snap to both sides of the line for some reason. I just do that if I can. That is right, and you can't always. But yeah, and then this will all sit on the grade beam. This will all be grade beam, and the grade beam will be wide enough for you to put your wall on. And a lot of the times, the Dens glass will come down flush almost to the grade beam. So you'll come in like 5/8 off the, or 1/2 inch in from the grade beam even. And, but it's not always the case. Like I just said, you got to make sure, you have to check both corners to make sure that the layout's going to work. Okay, you don't want to be the fool at the end of the day, and you're finishing framing over here, and all of a sudden, oh my goodness, the walls, the structural steel is sticking out. Like, oh no, like then you're screwed. Okay, you just did all that work for nothing because you got to fix that somehow, right? So just do the quick check at the beginning, set yourself up for success. Okay, so yeah, that's that, right? We'll move on. Okay. I wonder if I could draw this bigger. Let's draw it bigger. Let's see how big I can draw this baby. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? Damn it, was that... Hopefully I muted the music. Were you guys hearing music there? Okay, good. I'm pretty sure I muted it. Okay, so you guys can basically see the whole thing, so... Whatever. Let's see here. Well, let's just go a little bit further. Oop. All right. All right. Okay. So let's 16. No. Okay. Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. I got you. No music. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So now we have our exteriors framed, And it's gonna be square because you like I'm saying, you went from you took your numbers, your layouts from center, okay, and came out the same all the way, okay, not all the way, but you know what I mean, like each run, okay, this corner and this corner, you're gonna come out the same. It could be different from this side, this side, this side, but you know what I mean, okay? There's gonna be columns in the corners. So a lot of the times what we do is, if you can imagine, the drywall we'll just kind of run it past the column, and then we'll straight edge over to here, make marks, install angle, and then drywall, okay? And that's how we get our corners. All right, you just let it run past, and then you screw angle the drywall. That is the drywaller's job, okay? Steel stud guys don't do that. But so now we're gonna lay out a wall, and it's simple, okay? The hash marks on the drawings are gonna tell you which side of the exterior wall to pull your line from, okay? The hash mark is like a dash, an angled dash. If it's on the outside of the mark, you're gonna take your number from the outside, okay? If it's on the inside, you're gonna take your measurement from the inside, and it can also be in the middle. All right, so outside, middle, which is center, okay, which we take center to center, or the hash mark will be on the inside. So basically what that means is you put your tape measure where this hash mark is to pull your numbers. So all right, so to make a wall that comes this way, it's pretty simple. Okay, you're just gonna take your tape measure. Depending on what, just gotta pay attention to the thicknesses of your drywall and things like that. Make sure if you have to make any adjustments or whatnot. But that's math. That's on your prints. It is what it is. Okay, we're just gonna be talking basically how we get our lines. Okay, now we're gonna mark across, make a mark. So down here, okay, you're gonna keep your tape measure as straight and square as possible visually. Okay, you're not gonna end up, like I said, you're not checking square. Okay, you're just taking a mark, snapping your line. Okay, and then same thing for this wall. Okay, you're gonna come off the exterior wall, and then when you get your marks down here and here, you snap your line. So now, okay, we have walls. How do we figure out this basic room here? How do we figure out our 16s, okay, our centers, our layout? It's pretty easy, actually. We're going to come from the exterior this way. The exterior this way. Okay, that's it. Okay, you're going to go from the exterior always in. Okay, that's pretty simple. That's easy. Okay, you don't go from the corner this way or whatever, you know what I mean? That's just how we do it. So I always check, okay? Say there's a door here, and we're like, hey, I always want to make sure that the layout, like the drywall, is going to work. What I mean by that is we want to have a door frame that we can hook, right? Or easily put together with a butt joint and a leg, all right, and a cut-in. So basically, if I just show you how we do it, okay, this is the door. That's a door. All right. So what I mean by that is we're gonna put typically a butt joint here, okay, and then we're gonna cut a full piece in like that, and then we're gonna put a little leg in, okay, or it could be reverse. So what you want is you want to make sure your 16s are where they should be in correlation to the door. We want to have at least one above, right? 1 to 2 we get. I think a lot of the times there's 2, but yeah, it could be 1 to 2 studs. But you want to just visually check to make sure that this configuration for drywall is going to work. Hopefully that's not too confusing for you guys. You just always got to be visualizing how the drywall is going to go on the steel, right? So if you don't like the configuration, then make adjustments to your 16s. It's simple. If it doesn't work this way, then you can try the other way, okay? If it just makes more practical sense, if you know what I mean, okay? Just always check for that. Just keep checking for your doors, make sure drywall works. So you get that, right? Sometimes too, the stud, no, I'm not gonna confuse you. That's how we want to drywall doors, okay? With a butt joint, a full piece, and a leg, okay? That's kind of like, yeah, anyways, we don't need that. Okay, so now if we're, say now we're gonna do like a row of rooms or something. We got a wall that goes this way, all the way across. And it's like offices, okay? I'm gonna stop it just before. There's three walls in there. To get the long wall, simple, right? We're gonna go from this side, like the far corner, down here, out, make a mark, up here, measure across, make a mark, and snap our lines. These two walls in the middle, okay, same thing. We're gonna go from either side, make a mark, snap our line. But in a situation like this, it's gonna be like this, okay? There'll be a door here, maybe a door right here, a lot of the times, and a door here, okay? And they'll swing open this way, this way, this way, type thing, okay? Now, the reason why what we do now is the same thing, okay? You want to physically make sure that the centers, the 16s, will match, will work for all of these doors, okay? So just check. What I do is I'll run my tape across the one side, and I'll just visually check to see. And then what I'll do is I'll run it the other way and see what that layout looks like. And then I'll pick which one's best, okay? So it can come from either way. It doesn't matter. But like I said, I've just physically check. I'll run my tape and I'll just look and I'll see where the 16s are and I'll make sure that the doors are gonna get hooked properly, okay? And then I'll just pick my layout from that, regarding that. Now, for these center walls, okay, it's the same thing, okay? We always come off the exterior wall, okay? Always draw your tape off the exterior wall. What's gonna happen here is the drywall is going to, it's gonna go, these are where the floaters are on the ends, okay? You're gonna have floaters on either end. So that this floater is gonna lock in and this floater is gonna lock in. So this situation here is where you're gonna minus your, like also too, remember guys, if you're gonna add 5/8 or 1/2 inch to your layouts, okay, to your first 16, okay, your first center mark, add the 5/8 or 1/2 inch. What usually exterior walls are 1/2 inch, okay, on the inside, most of the time 1/2 inch. Any kind of mechanical rooms or whatnot, or corridors, oh no, I shouldn't say that actually. Any kind of mechanical rooms, 5/8, but all this stuff, 1/2 inch, usually 1/2 inch, okay? But you can easily tell from the drawings. So yeah, dudes, you gotta also consider, right, when you're doing your centers for the exterior wall, okay? Let's just put this column back here. Column, okay? You always take your tape from the outside corner, okay? So from where this wall will be, okay? You take where this wall is, you take your tape from that part, okay? And take your 16s from the outside of the column, from the corner, okay? And you carry that. So when the wall stops on either side of the column here, you still carry that 16 all the way, okay? And you don't stop your layout. So say your 16 stops just on this side of the column, you're gonna just make sure you have just use a square or something if you have to, but make sure that it picks up on the other side of the column, okay? It stays the same, okay? You want your sheets to land always on 4 foot and 8 foot centers, right? The exterior will be lay down, so every 8 feet has to be good. The interior will be stand up, so you need every 4 feet, right? So you got to make sure the drywall will land. When you're in the situation here where you have these dividing walls, okay, in between the rooms, you can when you're drywalling the inside, okay, you can basically start your sheets wherever you want and just cut it to the middle of the backside of the floater stud, okay? And always when you're drywalling, minimize the joints, no matter what, minimize the joints, okay? So it's just pretty easy. Or if you're just boom, 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 you can just slip it through as well, okay? But then the idea is to keep everything flowing, right? So if the studs are coming down this way, okay, centers, then you got like, and your centers are going this way and this way. All right, you got to think about the flow of drywall. So now when you're inside of the room, it's flowing like a circle almost, okay? You're drywalling, drywalling, boom. It's like it flows, right? Make it flow. Always thinking about the drywall. That's all it is for taking centers. That's all it is. You just got to continuously think about where the drywall is going to go. It's really that easy. So the more you get practice in drywall, the more you're going to understand layout. Okay, trust me. I didn't fully understand layout until I went drywalling full time, and I'm like, holy cow, I knew nothing about layout, right? So drywallers, if you don't do a lot of drywall, you can ask them, how do you like drywalling this? Okay, so I know where to put my studs for you or whatnot, like your style, whatever. I always do it myself the same way every time, because I've perfected it over the years. Okay, but yeah, so just keep the flow of it in mind, right? So let's say there's a bulkhead in here, and it's like, I don't know, it's curved or some kind of funky shape. But let's just say a curved bulkhead. Oh, wrong color. It's a big one. What you're going to do to get your layout is you're going to pin down, okay, laser down your marks on either end. There should be a reference point maybe in the middle, all right? But it's pretty easy. Usually what I do is I'll make the marks and I'll set up like a stud, all right? I'll put a pin bolt not all the way in, and I'll use a long stud to draw my radiuses, okay? That's how I can do it. There's yeah, it's pretty simple, guys. Like, it's just you got to think mathematically almost, right? Radiuses are a little tough to get when you're just starting out, but same thing too. Like when you're doing your centers, a lot of times, if they're really curvy, you'll have like 1 foot centers or whatnot. But yeah, just get your reference marks down, okay? And use something. Like I use a stud, right? If it's really long, I remember putting 2 studs together, just like huge long circles, like big bulkheads. But yeah, that's simple like that. I'm trying to think too, like what else can I show you guys? What else do I need to show you? The thing is when you're framing, in commercial, a lot of times it's Q decking, right, at the top, and it's not always going to land on the bottom of the flute, right? These are your flutes or whatever. Your stud's not, or your track's not always going to be perfectly on that. It's going to be off center, right? It could be in the flute, and that's where the clips come in, okay? And we use, oh shoot. Okay, so on the inside of this situation. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good question. Excellent question. Let me actually let me show you how this would look. It's really kind of funky. In a good building, all right, in a good building, it's going to hold on here. Let's draw it and go over that. That's a really good question. Okay. Take a look at that, guys. I'm gonna erase this in a second. Oh no, whatever. Let's see here. Let's draw this out so I can show you guys. All right. So we got a column. Let me see if I can go big. Yeah. Stud here. It's gonna be a little bit past, so it's gonna be a little bit in here. Okay, and then you're going to shoot a stud here. Okay, and that is your inside corner. A lot of times, like the exterior studs are thicker. Okay, so this is your inside, and this is your outside. Or this is just the steel I'm drawing. But you see, you're going to have a corner in here. And I'm going to take my 16s from on the inside here. Sorry, are going to be from the outside. I know what you mean now. Now I got what you mean. I'm always going to take it from the outside of the corner because the exterior board it's going to need to land. The inside, it's just you're always cutting in. Okay, you don't put a full 48 in to the column. Okay, you cut into the ends. So basically, when I'm doing an exterior wall with, we'll just draw one here with 2 bays. Okay, when I'm drywalling this, hold on, wait, 1 second here. Let's think here for a second. Oh, yeah. And say the steel is on the inside of the iron. That meaning that the drywall. Hey, good morning, Maurice. How's it going, brother? Hey, Anton. Man, what's up, man? Yeah, good to see you, Anton. Sorry, I missed you there, buddy. Good to see you, man. Okay, so the drywall in this situation isn't running past the columns, okay? Each end. I always cut in to the structural steel. So I'll let a laser level a sheet on the inside of the wall somewhere, okay? On the first or second studs in or whatever, drywall, okay? And then I'll put my cuts into the ends, okay? Like a 16 or a 32 or a 10 or an 8 or whatever it is, okay? I'm gonna cut in. I'm still going to keep my layout the same, but if you know that the structural steel is sticking out, then yeah, you can literally just take your centers from the columns. Okay, I still keep it consistent, right? 16s across, and then I like I saying I cut into the ends, into the structural steel. Okay, so same thing on the inside here. The inside layout doesn't matter. It's the outside that matters, okay? Because I'm going to cut in to the column on this side, okay? So I'll start my sheet 16, 30, okay, so 16, 32, 48. I'll start my sheet, say here, drywall, and then put my cut piece on the ends, okay? Does that make sense? Did I answer your question, or did I just totally go off the rails? Let me know. Hopefully I answered that. How the heck is everyone, man? How are you guys doing? I'm glad to see everyone this morning. It's pretty basic stuff. So, like I was saying, on the exterior walls, always take your layout from the outside, okay? And same thing going this way, right? Going this way, say, I'm going to go to the outside, right from the corner. And I'm going to adjust it. So I actually even know. So if I'm going to drywall this side first and come this way, I'm going to go back. I'm going to give myself a 1/4 inch because a lot people say you want to be perfectly flush, okay, with dense glass. But I always give myself that little extra 1/4 inch type thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Boom. But yeah, you got to think like a drywaller, right? You got to think of like how the drywall is going to go on. Oh. All right. Start from, yeah, doing it every time in this way. Don't understand why people start from full sheets. Full sheets. Ah, right. Yes, that's right. Yeah, it's so amateur. It's very amateur. And the reason being, guys, too, okay, I have to explain why. The structural steel that we're covering isn't level, guys. It's not going to be level. It's not straight. It's structural steel, okay? The concrete in the structural steel, chances are it's not going to be level. Now, you know when you butt into your walls that your walls are level. Okay, so let's go back for a second. Let's go back to this scenario. I'll leave that up. Okay. Where we had our offices, okay? The reason why I left a gap here is when you're putting your steel stud down, you want to leave 3/4 inch, okay? I leave a 3/4 inch space. I start my steel on the top and bottom, okay? I stop 3/4 of an inch before each side. You understand what I'm saying? I give 3/4 inch of room. For 1/2 inch or 5/8 drywall, I go 3/4 every time. So I stop my track on the ground 3/4 of an inch before each wall. And then that's where the floater studs go, right? We got our floaters at the ends. So when we pass our drywall through, we close in the floater. Then I know I can put a full sheet up against this wall. Boom, because it's level. I framed it. I know it's level, okay? Yeah, because if I framed it, I know it's level, and that's why I can put a full sheet up against my wall, my steel stud framing. But I do not put a full sheet up against any structural steel, or like even concrete, like concrete masonry unit, even like the block, the what, you know what I mean? The blocks. I don't put a full sheet into that. I cut into the structure. Always cut into the structure. So keep that in mind when you're doing your layouts as well for where to put your centers or your studs, okay? Hard to skim corners, right? Yeah. Yeah, right? So, if the structural steel, say, is sticking out so far that you need to fur out the column after, okay, then so be it, okay? A lot of the times columns are sticking out. So what we'll do is we'll put say the column's sticking out, we'll put a strip of drywall, like a 2-inch strip on either side of the column, and then a nice flat strip with no bevels, okay? Just beautiful, that's how we'll do it, right? Or you can frame it out with 1 5/8 stud. You can frame it out whatever you want, man. You can use angle, whatever. I got tons of videos on that stuff, guys. But yeah, I got I'm close to 700 videos, I got a lot of videos, man. To help you guys out. Lots of information. So, yeah, give yourself 3/4 of an inch room. Stop your stud, your steel, okay, your track, so that you have room for the drywall to slip through, okay? And then that's why you can put full sheets into your steel stud, because you know it's level, because you've leveled it, right? And And yeah, so make sure you're plumbing your studs. When you got long runs like this, okay, and you're studding it out, what I do is I plumb up a stud in every room, basically. At the start of every room, I'll like a long run of studs like this, I'm going to plumb up 3 of them, right? Basically, I plumb up a stud every 15 to 20 feet. Okay, that's kind of my rule of thumb. Every 15 to 20 feet, I plumb up a stud. Boom. And then I use my tape measure and I draw my centers, okay? But yeah, I actually physically with a laser plumb up a stud every 15 to 20 feet so that I know, okay? I want to make sure my sheets are going to land. I want to make sure the studs are good. And this is why also squaring your studs, guys, using an actual square and screwing off all four sides of the stud is actually, it's important, man. Like, not only does it keep the wall nice and flat, okay, if you're not squaring your studs, you're gonna start to get little bumps, okay? So and you might, like, your stud might not be level, okay? So the sheet, like, if you got a long high wall, okay, by the time you get to you stand up 12, then you put a 10-foot sheet on top of that, and then you got a 6-foot on top or an 8-foot on top of that. By the time you get up there, there's no stud left, right? That's crazy. You got to make sure it's square, right? And using channel and things like that. That's why you like the thumbnail? Awesome. Thanks, Courtney. How's the kids? I can hear them outside already. There's Mrs. Kroney in the house. Yeah, guys, this is exciting. I actually really love talking about this stuff. I can't exactly, like, I have shown you guys, I do have a lot of how to read blueprint videos, guys, and we do streams on reading blueprints and stuff. I'm actually going to be start working on my new website today. I'm going to start working on that. I'm writing, like, I'm just so busy, guys. Like, there's so much on the go right now, but yeah, I'm going to start building the website. But like I was saying, if anyone wants private consultations or anything like that, Chris@constructioncronies.com, we can set something up, okay? But yeah, I try to cover as much as I can on live streams, give you guys as much free content as I can. That's my goal, right? But if you guys want to deep dive into these things and go over your blueprints for your physical jobs or whatever, give me an email. We'll hook something up. Custom Crafts, man, by Bruce Slayton. What's up, man? Good to see you. Do I... Let's send that. All right, so the question is, do I ever build a box stud for ceilings? Do you mean box beam, like a box beam? Yeah, we could talk about ceiling layout too, actually. That's a pretty good one. Okay, we kind of got a good understanding of walls. That's a good one. Let's talk about laying out ceiling work, okay? Now, basically with ceilings is ceilings are easy, right? Box beams, I have videos for box beams. Box beams on the exterior, okay, on exterior steel, okay? We're going to build a box beam above our windows and doors, sometimes above the windows or wherever it's called for, okay? Doors will have a box beam, and you know how we build our box beams. We put, hold on here. Let me see if I can draw this. I've done this so many times. Let's see here. Stud, cap with track, and then I put standard track, not deep track, and a track upside down, okay, with insulation in the middle, okay? Insulate your box beam. Hopefully you guys can, that's probably not big enough, actually. Hold on. Let's see here. Box beam. Okay, let's just start with the top. So the bottom track here and the top track are the same size. It just looks goofy because I drew it funny. But yeah, basically a box beam is square. So if it's 6 inch, hey Dibs, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Good to see you. So say it's 6 inch, it's 6 inches all around. Okay, 6 inch, 6 inch, 6 inch. And what I do is I flip this top one upside down. because this is the header, okay? And this is where the studs will go, inside there. And you want to insulate it, okay? Now, there's 2 ways to do this. It's okay. Better late than never, right? No, it's good to see you, Dibs. I was just thinking about you, actually. So you can, on the door studs, say, on the door, okay? I install angle clips, okay? You put angle clip here, an angle clip here. You put your box beam on, right? And then you close it off. Angle at the top, angle at the bottom, right? So what you want to do is keep room. So if you're looking at the top side of the beam, right? You're putting your track in 1.5 or 1.25 inches, okay, for your clip. You're leaving space at the end, okay, for your clip to go in. Okay, does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense, guys. Yeah, I do have a box beam video. I can't remember how good it is even, but you can also cut like your studs so that they have tabs. Okay, that they actually have tabs, and you can just put it in and screw in like tabs also. I was told to always do it this way with the angle. Okay, putting the clips in like that. That's the way I was shown. But I've been seeing a lot. Our track goes on the will be up here. Okay, track will be up here, right, and then we'll have track capping at the bottom, right. Look something like this, right? And then these tabs is where you'll screw in to the stud, okay? They'll just slip in, boom, or, slip in because the tabs will be on both sides, okay? That's a pretty good way to keep it flush to the wall, okay? Because when you do it my way, the clip way, you got to be really careful you're not sticking out on either end, okay? One stud inside the other. I'm not sure what you mean. Are you talking about not making a beam, but there's an old school method where you can fit a stud inside of a stud to extend it, I haven't done that in 20 plus years. I don't see it anymore. But yeah, is that what you're talking about? Because I don't do that, but yeah. Oh my God, I wish you were on this side of the pond, Chris, this bathroom. Oh no, you're having a nightmare? Hey, man. Yeah, dude, I wish I'd totally come and help you out for sure, buddy, for sure. Oh man. So yeah, basically that's what a box beam is, okay? And that's a part of the inside of the wall. It's a structural thing. And yeah, like, man, we just put some big beams in at that house, that Calgary house, man. Holy cow. There's some big beams over there. Studs facing away from each other. Yes, exactly. Or wait a minute, hold on a second. Oh, so you mean this way. Okay. So yeah. Check this out. There's this new way. They screw the studs back to back like this. Okay. And these are really thick ones, really thick studs. Like these are like 2.5 inches, the flange. Okay. 2.5 inch flange. Okay. So how this works, I'm trying to remember exactly how we did this. Oh, I remember. Right. Yes. So the studs go back to back like so. And then there's another kind of stud that it kind of hangs over. So it'll go this way. It's weird. It's all stud, okay? And it'll do it on the bottom. I just seen these for the first time actually while I was in Calgary. And so these two studs are screwed in through this stud, okay? All the way. And then yeah, then this stud here will be on the bottom. Shit, this is an awful drawing, guys. But same thing, fastened in like that. So that's all stud. These are special. This is a special beam. I just started seeing these, guys. These are fastened together, okay, back to back, and then another stud caps over top and a cap on the bottom. Very different way of doing it, but yeah, this is another way. Okay, just using all studs. It's crazy. This new system that they're using in, it's like a light I-beam. Yeah, exactly, Dibs. So, exactly. Screwed on the sides. Yeah, so that's basically it. Yeah, and then you want to insulate. You're gonna have to insulate these cavities as well. Okay, so if you're getting covered, but it's a really interesting. I literally just saw this for the first time, dude. When we were down in Calgary. So in a panel factory, that's how they do it. And it's really wild. And what they're doing too is all their track is basically stud. It's crazy. It's all stud. And what they're doing is they're cutting and dimpling where the centers are. Okay. They dimple out the track and they put the stud in, but they use stud for everything. It's crazy. Dude, I just did my first steel stud house, man. And yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. This is all for the exterior. Okay. Hey Eddie, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Hope you and the girls are doing well, buddy. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, reason why I'm asking, I'm building a brand aluminium. Yep. And the home I'm building with all metal studs, walls, and ceiling joists. Okay, yeah. So basically, where these came into play, they put them above every window almost. And in this house, the windows were huge, okay, and big angles like this, right? So this style of beam is what is going across this way, okay? And these beams will have tabs on the ends. Okay, they have tabs on the ends. You don't put angle or anything like that. They literally have tabs. Okay, that will go through the door studs. Okay, they're gonna double up each side of the window, so two studs always. Okay, that's another thing too, guys. When you're doing your interior doors and things like that, always do two studs on both sides. Okay, even if it's light gauge. Okay, two studs either side. Yeah, they're putting two studs on these big windows. Like, this is huge. Like, this is like, we'll say this is like 19 foot something, okay? On this side, and this is 10 foot here, okay? Literally, this is this beam is so long. And I think maybe the idea of it is it's lighter maybe than an actual box beam. I felt lighter because we had to take a lot of these out and adjust the heights because they built the panels wrong. And when they were installed, it wasn't perfectly, like, they weren't square or centered or proper. So we had to fix a lot of these. And this is why I know we had to take these beams apart. We had to take a lot of these beams apart to raise the headers up, okay? But yeah, that is the only time. So when you're building a ceiling, you never use this, okay? You never use the beams for your ceilings, really, okay? Unless you're planning to carry something of weight, maybe. But yeah, I've never put one in a ceiling before, not in all my years. But yeah, really neat beam, guys. I'll post some pictures next time I'm in Calgary. I'll post some pictures of the beam, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about there. But yeah, it's really neat. So yeah, that's a really interesting question. So I actually have a lot of metal house videos coming out. I'm editing the second one right now. It'll be out on Tuesday. But yeah, I have 12 feet. Oh yeah, my long, like these were well over 12 feet. They were like, God, man, they were probably 16, 17 feet long. Like they were huge. And that was the thing. These guys can roll the studs to size. Okay, all in this metal stud house. So all the studs, like around the exterior, for all the exterior walls, were panels. Okay, and they were pre-built and installed in site. And that's why we had to adjust so many of the windows, right? Especially the ones going, in the middle, like in between. But anyways, there was a mix-up, and anyways, we fixed it. It's all fixed. But yeah, it was so long. These guys can roll the studs to size, right? Everything's engineered in these places now. Okay, all these, like I was saying, all the exterior walls are all pre-laid out, pre-rolled to size and dimpled to fit studs. You can't move studs around after. Okay, they're bolted in there. They're in there. Okay, and it's crazy. Once they're in, they're in. So that's why we're making some adjustments on the next house. We're gonna frame some of the walls on site. It just makes more sense. Okay. But, oh my goodness. Yeah. It helps with the drywall, keeping the drywall strong and not cracking and stuff like that. And it's just, it gives the door more strength. And it also gives your trim more backing, okay? Because you like just with one stud, right? It's just, you don't got a whole lot of backing in there. But so it gives your trim more backing, okay? Because it's good practice. Always put 2 studs on the end of your doors. Some places doors and windows, okay. But yeah, it's pretty standard stuff. Two studs on either side of all your openings, okay. Let's say. Yeah, when you're gonna lay out your ceiling, it's very straightforward. Okay. This is not square at all. Shoot. So what I've been told is you're gonna get a ceiling height, an elevation of whatever. Okay, 8 feet and above usually. Or what they'll say is go 1 inch below the highest or the lowest duct, right? So you need to make sure if there's any mechanical, plumbing, or anything in here, you need to stay down 1 inch minimum from any duct work. Okay, so and that's air clearance, right? So if you got hat track, if you're framing it with hat track, for example, right? That is 7/8, right? And you're also going to need bracing this way, which is going to be another 7/8. Okay, and that's just to the bottom of your steel, right? So 1 inch air space, right? So 2 inches, inch and 3/4, sorry, inch and 3/4 for steel. Right, so you're going to come down 2 3/4 from the lowest duct. Okay, it's always the same. It's always the same. Okay, you always have to have a 1 inch airspace. So you're going to have a plumbing and mechanical, electrical, and duct. So you got a big duct. You got to be 1 inch. You need to have 1 inch from the lowest point. Okay, a lot of times guys go tight, but that's not code. And you got caught, you're gonna have to change it. Okay, it's just follow this rule, and you'll always be safe, right? So you got your number. So now what you want to do is you check for high side and low side. So say this side's high, right? This is the number you go with, right? This is the number you go with, okay? Because you can't grow your wall, okay? Or hold on, let me think. Because it's always go off the high side. Always check and go off the high side, not the low side. Oops. Okay, it's straight up simple. So what I mean by that is, say you're measuring, you got your line laser, okay, and you're checking your elevation. And it's your 98/4 there, 98 over here. Okay, that's to the line, from the concrete to the line, right? So basically, boom, you're going to make sure your laser is set to the high mark, and that's where you get your elevation. So make sure from the high mark, you got your 2 3/4 clearance. Okay, you have to come down 2 3/4 from the low feet. If you just quickly check the elevation they provide, whether it's 9 foot or 8 foot, okay, you just double check and set it where it's at. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Does anyone have any questions about setting your elevations for your ceilings? Oh yeah. So we were on site for 4 days fixing panels when I could have built it on site in 1 day, maybe 2 days, we'll say. Okay, I built. So it will always be specified in the drawings and specifications. Okay, read your drawings and specifications. It'll always be specified whether it's 1 foot on center, 16-inch on center, or 2 foot on center. But bearing walls, technically, no, they do not need extra studs. What the bearing walls will be is a heavier gauge than the rest. Okay, so you'll have maybe 16 gauge wind loaded studs. Okay, and that'll be around your exterior or whatever it'll say. Okay, it'll be specified in your drawings, but typically, no, you don't need more studs for that. It'll just be a heavier gauge of steel. And okay, so if you design the plans, then yeah, like I'm saying, if you have a load bearing wall, okay, and you should know the code and the weight loads for what you need to do. But yeah, like completely depends on what your loads are and like what you're building for and things like that. But yeah, no, they don't need more studs. They just go a heavier gauge. That's basically what I'm saying, right? So exterior steel is typically 18 gauge. Okay, 18 gauge. We're getting a lot of 16 gauge now, but like this house that we just did was all 16 gauge. It was crazy, all 16. But yeah, it's typically 18 gauge. Anything super structural, 16 gauge, and your interior will be 20 to 25 gauge. 25 gauge being obviously lighter, right? The lower the number, the heavier it is, right? So, but yeah, typically what I even like to do is I'll mix it up. So if I'm designing the building, what I'll do is I'll put 20 gauge studs on either ends of the doors and windows and 25 everywhere else. Okay. It pisses drywallers off, but if it was my building, that's how I would want it. Like my building here, I did 16 gauge all the way around. I got 16 gauge 6-inch studs all the way around here. And the wall I built here, the 3 5/8, I used all 20 gauge. Okay. Yeah. It's just kind of like, yeah, I just got to know, you have to know what it's for, you know what I mean? But you don't need more studs. You just need to have a heavier gauge. Okay. And say, so what basically too, one of the specs on that house was, anywhere, how did it go? I think it was anywhere there was plumbing, we went 16-inch on center, but everywhere else was 2 foot on center or something like that. I just like pissing off the drywallers. Yeah. No, I everyone gets frustrated with me because I'm a perfectionist and I don't cut any corners. So, but it's great because guys who've worked with me over like a long periods of time, they know me and they know I'll just call them out and make them do it. So they do it right the first time. Okay, they don't cut corners. Because yeah, like I'm really picky and I always overbuild things, you know. I like things beefy, eh? So, yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's lots to talk about, but, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Ceilings are pretty straightforward. And like to say, bulkheads and anything like that, I lay it out on the ground, Okay. And same thing. If you got a duct run here, okay, and you got a bulkheaded out, right? You got to have 1 inch all around. Okay. So you also got to be 1 inch away from the front. Okay. Lasering up here. Okay. It's pretty straightforward, guys. So you got a laser level this way and a laser level this way. Okay. You're going to plumb up the front and you're going to level the bottom. Okay. It's pretty straightforward. Just keep your, yeah, overbuilt. You're like, for sure, dude. So, does anyone have any questions about layout at all? I don't know if I've forgotten anything, but if we don't have any questions, then we can just hang out for a bit. I don't think NDI is working. Doesn't look like it, but we can chit chat or whatever and still talk. I can still take questions for the next little while. But if I switch back over to the other view, we'll just lose the whiteboard. But I'm just trying to think if there's anything I forgot. So. Yeah, so the standard centers are one foot on center, 16-inch on center, and 2 foot, right? 2 foot / 24-inch on center. Okay, those are your standard centers. Okay, I don't think I've ever done it differently. 12-inch. 16 or 24. That's it. So that's it. That's your 3 layouts: 1 foot, 2 foot, or 16-inch. So the idea of the 16s, right, is it divides the sheet up, right? Divides the sheet up nice. So that's your idea. That's the idea behind the 16s. Okay. It's how we divide our drywall, our 48-inch wide drywall, okay? It's how we screwed off nice and evenly type thing, okay? Awesome, dudes. What else? Oh, yeah, that's okay, buddy. So custom crafts, yeah. Yeah, so if you got to go back, there's also this. Actually, I'm going to show you guys this. I got a couple of things to show you still, actually. So there's a couple of different ways of doing corners, and it could be specified in the drawings that you. I know like certain provinces are making it different now. They're eliminating floaters, and they want hard corners everywhere, which is absolutely ridiculous. But so, anyways, what that means is we got a wall, boom, and a wall. All right. So we got our stud on the outside here to catch the outside corner. We put a stud here, okay, to catch this inside corner. And then what I do is I come in a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch, whatever, okay, and put my other stud here to catch this inside drywall, right? So you see that configuration is another configuration for hard corner, okay? So let's just say here, 1/2 inch, okay? Okay, you're gonna give a 1/2 inch space. And when you see that, when the drywaller sees that one moved in a little bit, the drywaller knows you drywall this side first, this one second. You get it? There's also you can go tight, and you can do the like you can double stud it, right? You can double stud one side or both, whatever. Okay, you can put 2 studs in on both sides, in which case you just go tight. Boom. So say now, a continuous run. Like this. And we got a wall coming in here. And a wall coming in here. That little squiggly line just means it continues on this way. Okay, so you got a long run this way. And your 16s are 16, 32, 48, 6, blah, 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 right? They don't land in the corners. What you have to do there is add a corner in for the inside, okay? Add a stud in for the inside. And then on this side here, same thing, okay? You're going to go tight there. You can add a second stud on this side, okay? 2 studs here. And you're going to add one more stud to pick up this corner. Okay, same thing, okay? We have to put a stud in here for the inside corner, and we'll put 2 studs here, okay? And it'll be the same on the other end, basically, right? Hey, Henry, man, what's up, Henry? What's up, buddy? Nice. That's freaking cool, man. That's really cool. I love it. That's excellent. That is excellent. I love when the schools use my content. I try my best to, to be as clean and as formative as I can so they can show videos. I love that. I love that. Thanks for letting me know, Henry. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you guys. And that's so cool. Have 4 studs on every corner. You could, if you want. Yep. 3 studs on adjoining walls and 4 studs in every corner. Yeah, you can do that. Yep. You can totally do that. Yes. Yeah. Technically 5, right? Or yeah, 4, because you got the outside as well, the outside corner. Okay. The stud for the outside. And then you can put 2 studs here, right? 2 studs there if you want, no problem. Depending too. So sometimes the studs are, like I was saying, the flange depends on the thickness of the flange, right? So the flange is this distance. An average stud is 1.5 inches, right? So center, you got 3/4 of an inch on either side to pick up your bevels, right? Or if it's lay down your butts for the exterior, right? You lay down exterior walls. But some of them, like I've seen them go like, 2.5 inches thick even, right? If you got a big 2.5 inch thick wind-loaded stud, you don't need 2, okay? You can totally get away with just 1, right? So just keep in mind how thick your flanges are, right? And just judge it based on that as well. So if you got an 1.5 inch thick flange, 2 studs could be appropriate, right? And if you got a 2.5 inch thick flange, then 1 could do the job, right? So just keep that in mind as well. More is always better. Anyways, more is never going to hurt. Less is where you're going to get hurt. Okay, less is where you're going to get hurt. When you're estimating a job, and it's 16 inch on center. Okay, you're going to need 1 stud for every foot. And that's how you estimate a job. You need 1 stud for every foot. That's going to count your ends and your floaters and all that. Now, if you want to start adding in hard corners and all this stuff, okay, and double studs, then you add extra studs, okay? You just count your corners and you add more as you need, right? So that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, man, love the videos. So I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate that. That's cool, man. That is really cool. Oh, man. So yeah, we got about 20 minutes left here. So yeah, man. Any questions at all, guys? Please. Never, don't, just the time to ask now, for sure. Did I have corners different than square? So did I have corners different than square? For example, yes. Oh, yes. Good. That's a great question, Anton. Great question. Okay. Great question. Yes, lots of times. So sometimes, and this can get tricky, but it's not that hard. You just gotta be, you just kind of gotta, you gotta know where the drywall ends, okay? But yeah, sometimes the corners aren't square, right? The wall will be like, let's see here. Let's go. Oh. Here. Let's see, we're gonna open it up. Something like this, actually. Oh, right? So this will happen. This will happen where the walls are not square, okay? It's not a 90, okay? What I mean by here, right? That's not 90. It'll say 135 degrees. So this is just simple. We're going to snap our lines both ways, okay? And you're gonna there's gonna be reference points for you to get your layout from, okay? And a lot of the time, it's because the building is a weird shape, or the way they cut it up is a weird shape, or it's like this is a transition in the building, okay, where it turns or whatnot. But yeah, just get your layout, snap your lines both ways, okay, and you're gonna have an inside and an outside corner. The inside corner here, okay, your studs will be like this. That's just too big. Hold on. Hold on here. All right, let's go. The inside, we're going to be like this. And it's going to kind of twist over this way a little bit, we'll say. Okay, so you see you got a gap here now on the outside, okay? You got a gap. So, bay windows, yeah. Bay windows, right. Bat windows, I love it. Perfect example of not square, yes. You're gonna have like a little bit of an issue here. So it's just you gotta this is where I like to add 2 studs all the time. Okay, I like to add 2 studs to this one all the time because just to catch the drywall. You know what I mean, both ways. Sometimes this won't be tight to the other side, and it's okay if it's not, right? But yeah, you got to keep in mind now the drywall, okay, is going to come in here, and depending how wide this gap is, right? Sometimes we've like bent metal, all right. But what I use is like a flex tape, okay? It's a wide flex tape for these kinds of corners, right? And it's like it's a wide tape, and it bends to any degree, and so yeah, it's pretty wide. The tape itself usually covers the distance, okay? You most of the time this is just going to be floated, okay? And actually most of the time these walls I usually end up in 5/8, but you could end up in 1/2 inch, I'm sure. But yeah, a lot of these in wood residential, there's a lot of these now in these apartments, right, where they're framed out of wood. But yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do with that gap. The only thing you can do is just get your studs on the inside as close as you can, okay? But yeah, there's going to be a gap here. But what you can do is run your track, okay? Run your track, and so you have track on the bottom and the top, at least, you know what I mean? So that the tracks are still touching, but the studs won't, right? So yeah, I'll overlap the tracks. I always try to keep the track continuous as possible. But then there's another situation here when you got a column that's square, for example, okay? A column is square, but then now all of a sudden the walls are coming in on an angle, okay? You know what I mean? The walls are kind of coming in on an angle. It's kind of funky, you know? So the studs are really far apart, okay? Because they're going to stop over here and over here, you know? and now all of a sudden you got this big gap. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick it up with just angle, you know, angle in the corner, and try to, just try to, you can bend angle too if it's light gauge. You can bend it if you have to. But yeah, that's another situation, the column, right, where you'll run into that. You just got to make sure, okay, check your layouts ahead of time, making sure the drywall will wrap on the outside. Okay, usually it's the inside where we'll just build out a column or drywall straight across there, do something funky like that. I've seen that done, right, where we just put the drywall in over top like this. So then the room just kind of looks kind of funky like that, right? Right, the drywall just goes over top. But on a normal angled wall like that, like I'm saying, this will just float, right? It'll just float, and it's nice when it's 5/8 drywall because 5/8 is stronger, obviously. But the tape is really good tape. It's got metal in it, like it's a really good corner bead. So not a corner bead, but a flex tape. It's a flex tape, right? So it's good stuff. I don't know if that answers any questions or not, but yeah, it's not unusual. That's not unusual. You just gotta laying it out. Sometimes it's usually square to something. Hey, yeah, buddy. Shout out Team Spoke. Yeah, Ed's in the house. Nice. Good to see you, man. Shout out Team Smoke. Yeah. Excellent, buddy. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. How's everything doing? How's everything going over there, buddy? Good stuff. Yes. Yeah, all is well, my man. All is well. Hope the same for you too, buddy. Oh man, that's awesome, dude. That's dope. But all right, that was quite a lot of information to go over today. Wow, yeah, that was quite a bit. Like I said, if anyone's watching a replay or anything like that has questions after the fact, please leave them in the comments. I'll make sure to get back to you guys. I'm just gonna switch back over to my other chair here, but yeah, just give me 1 second, dudes, and I'll be right back. right. Whoa, baby. Nice. Good stuff, man. How was that, guys? Let me know what you thought. All your feedback is always appreciated. I need to know how I'm doing up here, if I suck balls or if I'm awesome or whatever. I like hearing it. Yeah, dude. So, once I get a new capture card, I'm going to, I have another camera now, right? I got this Lumix now. Okay. So when I live stream, like this with the whiteboard, I got this Lumix to point at the whiteboard. So I'll have a second camera. I just need another capture card. So I'm buying a quad HDMI, a Blackmagic quad HDMI that I can have up to 4 cameras, okay, going at one time. But yeah, so the second camera I bought for doing the whiteboard. And so when I interview guests live here, I will be having a guest on very, very soon. Once I get the capture card, I'm buying 2 new microphones as well. I'm buying 2 Shure microphones with the desktop thing. So I'll have the 2. So anyway, so when I have guests in, I'll have a camera for each of us, and I have a wide angle. But yeah, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. A couple more things, and I have a guest. I have a surprise guest. She's an Instagram model. She'll be coming in she'll be my very first guest in the new studio, and we'll be basically like shooting a pilot almost for my new podcast. So yeah, I got an Instagram model. She's great. I've known her for years. She's local, so she'll be in. We'll be talking about just things. You'll talk. We're talking about what it'll be interesting. I got a good show planned, and we just got to get the rest of the equipment, and we're ready to go. Yeah, well, it's a good thing Paul's a taper. But yeah, oh man, Paul Peck would be so awesome. Would love to sit down with him at one time. Oh man, I can't wait I can travel into the States again, and we maybe go there. But yeah, or if he could come here, that would be so amazing. Yeah, I love Paul Peck Drywall Tube. So if you guys don't know Paul Peck Drywall Tube, yeah, check him out. He's a taping guy. He's the expert taper. Hey, and you're very welcome, by the way, for Joel 16. You're very welcome. I hope that I was able to help some people this morning with that. It went pretty good, I think. I didn't have any real technical glitches or anything like that, so that's. All right. So hopefully you guys still hear me. Hopefully the music isn't too loud and you guys can still hear me. But let me know if that's an issue, because I was so mad last stream because the music was so loud for most of it. For the first 30 minutes, the music was so loud you could barely hear me. I was like, oh man, and I forgot that the new audio is in 2 channels, and I only turned down the 1 slider, and then I forgot to turn down the 2nd slider. So yeah, it should be good now. Loud and clear, excellent, beautiful, Anton. How's everything going for you guys over there? You guys doing okay? Oh, I hope everything's okay over there for you, man. And yeah, dude, dibs. Woo. I'm off work tomorrow. We don't go back till Tuesday. Maybe we can get a video game in or something like that. You know what I mean? Later tonight or later today or tomorrow or something. That'd be kind of fun. Today, like I say, my goal now is I did a course yesterday on writing on script. I'm reading tons of books and doing courses on script writing, on writing scripts. I got this software, Final Draft, and so I did a course yesterday on how to use that, and it's amazing, dude. It's like, wow, like it is amazing software. So I got scripts I'm so behind on. So I'm starting to work with people now on the outside, and I'm doing a public service announcement for naloxone and Suboxone treatment in like a fentanyl type awareness video, and I'm writing that one first, and then I have a second script to write. I'll be working maybe with a new sponsor here, so I'm writing a script to put like a skit into my videos for that. And it should be fun, and I'm excited about that. And then I have What is the other script? Right. Oh, then yeah, there's tons. There's so many. I'm gonna be doing a like waste management, like plastics PSA, and yeah, just a bunch of PSAs almost, right? And yeah, so I'm learning about writing scripts and things like that. So it's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. And you know what? I do have a lapel mic. I just need to figure out how to hook it into my mixer. You know what I mean? Or I didn't even think of this. I could just hook it into my camera, actually, and I could turn the audio on from the camera while I'm doing that. But I heard there's a bit of a delay though when you do it that way. But yeah, I do have a lapel mic. I do have a set of lapels. I got the Ceremonic Blink 500 Pro, so that's a really nice set of lapels, right? Wireless. So if I could figure out how to hook it into my mixer, that's a fantastic idea, Dibs. I don't know why I forgot about the fact that I actually have lapels, but yeah, I need to figure out how to hook that into my mixer, because you're so right. I need a lapel. And that's interesting too, because if I do interviews too, I have two lapel mics. If I could figure out how to wire the lapel into my mixer, that's the problem. I haven't been able to do that yet successfully. That could solve some problems. But yeah, I do definitely want to get the two Shure mics, because it'll just look cool, and it's just more like casual when you got the mics on the table type thing, right? But man, yeah, lapel, that would be a great idea actually, because I do have the set. I just got to figure out how to get the darn thing hooked in the mixer properly. But yeah, dudes, that's so cool, man. That is so cool. Weird, it's only this word I can use for describing. Weird. Oh, yeah, I bet. Oh, I feel so awful for you guys, like, as well. Yeah, it's a 3.5. Yeah, it's a 3.5. Yeah. So I just need to figure out. I think I got something. I do. I just don't think it was maybe not the right type of TRS connection or something. You know, like I'll do some research today. Actually, I might as well pull out my lapels just so I don't forget. But yeah, I got this really nice little kit here. This is the Ceremonic Blink 500 Pro, right? It's got two transmitters and one receiver. So I just got to hook the wireless receiver into the mixer somehow. So I got to figure out how to do that. I do know somebody who knows how to do it with this exact kit. So I'm going to reach out to him this afternoon and see what he says. That's David Foster from the Live Streaming Pros community originally, but yeah, Geek, Overland Geek now or whatever. But yeah, it's a 3.5 millimeter. But anyways, yeah, I'm always praying for you guys, Anton, and hope everyone, just stays safe and healthy. And this whole world is messed up. There's a lot of craziness going on everywhere. So the biggest thing, people, is we need to work together as human beings. We need to stop fighting and start working together, you know? It's a 1/4 inch. Yeah. I got RCA 1/4 inch and XLR on my mixer. But yeah, I know it's probably just a certain cable that I don't have, that you know, and I got so many cables, I just got to find the one, or there's so many different kinds of cables, like TRS, this and this, like they all do different things, right? So I just got to get the right cable and get it hooked in. Yeah, that's right. But guys, I got to get going, man. This is a busy day for me. But I want to wish you all very, very well. Thank everyone for coming, and what a good show. Yeah, I had fun today. I like doing this stuff, guys. Let me know, like, what you want let me know what you want next time. Like I was saying, every Sunday morning, okay? I'm going to shoot for 9 a.m. every Sunday morning. That is a show I've been doing for almost 5 years now, okay? I know we've had breaks between like studio builds and work things get in the way or whatnot, but if I'm ever not able to stream on a Sunday, I'll give you guys notice. I'll post in the community tab. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on to all. Right? Just for the chance of getting a notification, right? But yeah, guys, it was a great stream. Dibs, we'll talk on the Discord. Okay, let's talk. I gotta run inside, make a new coffee, and then I'll be right back out. But I won't be long, guys. I'm gonna play the end credits while I shut everything down. But until next time, everyone, you be safe out there. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to leave me any questions you have down below in the comments, guys. Bye for now, everyone. We'll see you soon.